Hello, my name is Ikwago Igwe, and I am passionately driven to see young people discover, develop, and fulfill their purpose in life. I am equally excited to welcome you to this new year, and I know that this new year holds a lot of goodness for you and I. 2018 is a very strategic year, and so it requires you as a young person to be very strategic and intentional about it. So, in a nutshell, we're going to be looking at how strategic and intentional can this year be for you, and how strategic can you be, or how intentional can you be this year. These are two perspectives from which I'm going to be taking you through this conference, and this explains the whole importance of this conference. So, having this in mind, I'm going to lay the following foundations with the following questions, which I'm going to throw at you right now. The first is, what are you excited about? As a young person, what excites you? What are you passionate about? What can you say you can do anytime, any day, whenever they wake you up from sleep? I can do this thing. What can you confidently say? This is what I can do. But what are you excited about? What excites you? What do you look forward to doing, accomplishing, or achieving? I am not asking about your expectations in life, because I have found out that a lot of people are not excited about their expectations in life. This is why you find a lot of our young people today with different aspirations, but yet they are not doing anything about them, but waiting for something to happen. No, my friend, you cannot continue to wait for something to happen in 2018. This is a different year for you. So I am asking, what excites you? So I ask again, what are you excited about? What excites you? It is in your excitement that you should place your expectations. I'm going to explain these things further in the next session, but right now, permit me to say that your excitement is what fuel is the fuel you need to get through the desert when the lush greens are all withered out. Take a moment, look around and within you, find your excitement in case you have not discovered it. There must be something or someone that excites you. When you find it, when you note it, I would like you to place it aside, because we're going to get back to it. Now, to take you further, I look at life from two perspectives: the perspective of the hammer and the nail. This tells me that there are two kinds of people: the hammer and the nail. Now, you can either be the hammer, that is the one that applies the pressure and sets the direction, or the nail that receives the pressure and direction from the hammer. When you are the nail, it explains why you have always been on the side of reacting to events, comments, circumstances. This explains why probably most times when you come on social media, you're waiting to see what's happening, to know how you're going to make your own post, make your own update, how to do this, how to do that. You're waiting for people to set the pace for you. So it explains your frustration also when others keep directing you and don't seem to care if you don't have any plan at all for your life. Take, for example, last year, for example, you spent most of your time and energy reacting and responding to life, the economy, the state of the nation, your friends' updates on Facebook, the trend, what is trending on Instagram, what is trending on Twitter, what is happening, what's the latest gossip, what's the latest track that is being released. You spend your time reacting and responding to these happenings and all sorts of things that happen. That's where you spend your time and energy, your resources, reacting, living your life according to what was happening. But when you are the hammer, you switch sides from reacting to someone who sets the pace. That is where you switch sides from being a spectator that cheers when the goal is scored, for example, in a football match, to being the player in the field that controls when the spectators cheer. You are simply making life happen for yourself and for others. That is when you are the hammer. The hammer dictates the nail's direction and depth. The hammer likewise pull out the nail from its position and determine where it goes. So which one are you? If you are the nail, are you willing to switch places? This is why this conference is being organized. Or if you are the hammer, are you willing to be more strategic and more intentional with your efforts? So, getting back to my initial question, which I asked you about what excites you, what are your expectations, what is your excitement? So I am asking, what are you willing to do about your excitement? You know you cannot afford to wait for something to happen anymore because you waited all through last year for something to happen and nothing happened. So you can't afford to wait again this year because let me announce it to you, nothing is going to happen. So you have to go out each day with a strategy, with an intention to get your excitement, to keep exciting you. Because if you don't do anything about it, one day the passion that you have today will fizzle out. So you have to get up each day to do something so that your excitement will keep exciting you. The Bible, which I believe in, tells me that hope defers makes the heart to grow weary. So if you answer this question about what excites you, your excitement, I would like you to note it down, write it down on a piece of paper, or if you have a journal, you can put it down there and take a pause, meditate on it, reflect on it, so that we can continue on a level ground in the next session. So, in the next session, we're going to be discussing, I'm going to explain further what your expectations are and what your excitement is, and we're going to find a confluence between them, a union. So, hold on, anticipate the next session as it comes your way. Thank you for joining up, and I'm sure value is going to be added not just to your life, but to your destiny and to your generation. Hold on. We'll continue shortly.